Hello everyone, this is SoupaSoka, and today I'm showing you a brand new game. It's actually not even released yet. It's called Brigador. You can see in the top left, Brigador version A44758RE, Early Access. So, this game was actually made by a small studio, Stellar Jockeys. They're a 4-man team, and they've been working on this game for about 4 to 5 years. So it's been under development for a fairly substantial amount of time. And recently, maybe 6 months ago or so, maybe a bit longer even, they were able to get this game greenlit on Steam. And the early access will actually be available for purchase now, and the game will go up and be available for playing on October 20th, 2015. So we've got a few weeks before the official early access launch, but I actually am very fortunate to have had lunch with some of the developers recently, and I was able to get early access to the early access, and that's what you're seeing on the screen right now. So I don't want to spend too much time talking about the game, just another moment or two. The game's been compared to kind of a Syndicate Mech Warrior type game, and to me, it's a little bit more like Mech Warrior and Gauntlet. The old classic Gauntlet game is kind of how I feel about it. Maybe that's a little bit weird, but you're going to see a bit more about it once we get inside. And basically, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, if you're gay, straight, whatever ethnicity, anything. I think almost all humans enjoy robots and blowing things up. And to me, that's what this game's about. You're a mech or a robo-bike or any sort of crazy thing. You've got a big gun, and you blow stuff up. So, it's super fun. You're going to see a little bit about it now. So, we're going to start off. You can see on the right some development logs, so they're constantly updating it. And we're going to start off with a new contract. This is kind of the basic way to get into the game. So, we got a new contract. Once you're inside there, there's different vehicles you can pick from. And there's actually 6 vehicles available right now. And we're going to start off with something called the Loyalist mech, the Toro. And the Loyalists, Corvid, and Spacers are 3 different kind of races, you would call, or 3 different organizations. And we're going to start off with the Loyalist mech. This, to me, is kind of the beginner vehicle. It's a little bit easier to handle. And the difficulty of the game is actually, there's not an easy, medium, or hard difficulty select. Instead, you just pick the vehicle based on how hard of a game you want. And so, to me, the mech make things a little bit easier. But if we go for some of these kind of these anti-grav little tiny small ships, they're a little bit harder to operate, much softer and easier to blow up, so it's tougher. Then this is another kind of these mech things. They've got a tank. There's a tank here. So we're going to go through a few of them in a few different videos, but for now we're going to stick to what I consider kind of the default selection, which is this mech, the Toro. So we've got our mech. You can see the stats on the right. It's got like a +2 out of forward speed, and you can kind of see going through them. The stats go up to all the way up to +5 is the highest it gets. So you're on a scale of 1 to 5. This is kind of a slightly slower vehicle. It has kind of a very slow turn speed, and the rotation speed of the gun turret on top is fairly slow, but it does a fair amount of melee damage. And I believe it has a fair amount of life, like a good toughness. So once you've picked your mech, or your vehicle, then you get to choose your primary weapon. And there's different primary weapons. You see there's a cannon, chain gun, different millimeter chain gun, rocket pod, laser, and railgun. So to start, I'm again just going to kind of go with the default here. We're just going to stick to the cannon. This is kind of a middle-of-the-road weapon, I would say. It's a little bit of a slow firing rate, but it does a fair amount of damage. It's kind of your, I don't know, it's kind of a tank cannon is kind of how I would see it. Then you get a secondary weapon. And you can actually choose kind of similar secondary weapons if you want. You can get a really slow secondary weapon to match up with your really slow primary weapon, but it seems to me that you kind of want something a little bit faster as your secondary weapon. It kind of gives you some contrast that way. So if you want to pick off a small target, you can take a few shots of your secondary weapon, your machine gun maybe, and if you have a giant target, you can pull out your main cannon from your primary weapon. So for building this vehicle, I'm going to go with the machine gun, which I also kind of think is a good sort of middle-of-the-road starting weapon. It's a fairly fast fire rate, does a smaller amount of damage, but it's very easy to aim. So then finally, the last thing you can choose is your special weapon, and this is activated through the middle mouse button. So primary weapon is left mouse click, secondary weapon is right mouse click, and then your special is your middle mouse click. And so there's 3 different things here, and they're very different. You have a smoke projector, an EMP grenade, and this active camouflage. And I actually really like the active camouflage. It's the one I found to be my favorite. So we're going to show that off for now for this video. And basically the way this thing works is it lasts for 6 seconds and has an 11-second cooldown, so you can have it up about half the time. And basically it turns you invisible. So you're camouflaged, you can sneak around and not be detected by enemies. You can kind of reposition to get closer or farther away from an enemy, and then, you know, bust out the camouflage by shooting at the enemy. So it's a pretty nice setup. So we have our Loyalist Mech the Toro. We have our cannon as our primary weapon, we have a machine gun as our secondary weapon, and we have the active camouflage as our special ability. So we're going to accept that build. And then there's two missions, kind of the way the missions work are they're branched. So you have an inner city, and you have the outer city. And the city's name is Solo Nobre, by the way, so you can see, if you see the Solo Nobre pop up, that's what you're looking at. And I think we're going to go with the outer city to start. And once you do that, then you can choose from the current levels available within the outer city. And right now all that's available for me is the Pembroke Outpost site. So there's not really a description for it, but we're going to go ahead and get that started. So, click launch. Okay, so here we are. You can kind of get a good idea of what's going on. You see a very long kind of runway here. And the first thing you need to know is the game's kind of a tank control. So if I hold W on the W key, I walk forward. If I hold S, I walk backwards. If I hold A, I actually just rotate my legs to kind of change my orientation of walking. So I just spin in place. And if I hold D, I spin to the right. So A spins to the left, D spins to the right. So what you can do is, you can aim by spinning the mouse around. So your turret is separate from your legs. So if I want to aim forward, I point this way, but I can turn my legs backwards and walk away while I'm shooting behind me. So you kind of get this sort of tank capability. We have a turret on top, and you can sort of spin in place at the bottom. So we're going to go through the controls real quick. So like I said, WASD is for walking backwards, forwards, and turning left and right. Left mouse will fire our primary weapons. You're going to see that right here. Right mouse click shoots our machine gun. So if I hold down the buttons, they'll automatically fire. You can see the top left is the ammo for the main gun. I'll hold down left key, and it's going to shoot, and then you can see it refreshing every 2 seconds. So if I hold down the right key, you can see I'm firing rapidly. There's basically no cooldown. The other thing, let's see, there's two other things. So you actually are aiming on a three-dimensional plane. So this is what makes the game, to me, the most fun. So normally you're thinking about a game like this, you're shooting in a 2D direction. So if you just shoot in that direction, you'll hit the first target. In this game, you can actually overshoot targets. So you see our kind of our arc there, kind of gives an idea of how we're shooting. And if I were to aim where my mouse cursor is in the top right of the screen, everything from between me and that mouse cursor, I would actually pretty much miss, as my ammo is going to go over, my bullet's going to go over everything in between. So if I want to hit something way out here, I have to aim all the way out there, and I'll hit about in that spot. If I want to hit something up close, like this distance, then I have to actually aim closer and shoot right there. So this actually makes for a very interesting dynamic. And you can actually modify this a little bit. Let's see if I can get this right. Yeah, okay. So there's a few ways you can mess around with this by the different vehicles. Some of them are taller and some of them are shorter, so their arc is a lot different. And we're gonna also show the shift key. So if you press the left shift button, you actually crouch down. So this will change the arc. You can see the angle of our shot will lower just by holding the left shift key. So if I'm aiming really far out, and I want to aim a little bit closer, I hold the shift key, and then it's going to be a little bit shorter of a shot. Then finally, we have the spacebar key. So I'll walk up to this wall. If I press spacebar, actually stomp. You can see my guy just makes a little stomp. And it's sort of your melee attack. Basically, it'll do a ton of damage to everything nearby. So it's a great way if you get kind of surrounded by enemies to kind of blow stuff up. So the mission of our game, basically the goal, is in the top right you can see 3 different like sort of targets. 0 out of 85, 0 out of 2, and 0 out of 3. The first one is enemies. If we kill 85 enemies, just any enemy, we will clear the level. If we kill 2 of the ammo depots, you'll see these are kind of larger, hard to kill targets, then we also clear the level. Or if we kill 3 orbital defenses, we also clear the level. If you can do any one of these 3 missions, you complete it, and then you don't have to do the other 2. Then an exit door will open at the outside of the stage, you can walk out. But for now, we're going to get going on stuff, so hopefully you didn't get too bored listening about some of the controls. So I'm going to show you the camo first also. If I press the middle mouse key, you can see my character is turned sort of invisible. And now I'm walking up to this guy, and he doesn't even see me, but I'm just going to walk and splat him. So he just got squished. Once you do damage, you lose the camo, I believe, or once you shoot. So we're going to give it a shot. So we start firing, we lose our camo. So it's only good as long as we're not doing anything but sneaking around. So we see some enemies coming up. We're going to start shooting at them, see if I can pick them off a little bit early. There we go. This is my main cannon, does kind of some AoE damage, so makes it pretty nice. And I want to come over here and get these little guys on ground. I'm going to actually just walk on this guy. And we're just going to pop these guys off one by one. I'm just going to blow up a cannon. A little bit easier. So this guy's actually going to turn and run once you start killing them. And enemies do have some AI logic. So they'll start to, kind of find you or sneak around, see what's going on. We're going to blow whatever that thing is up. And you can see now these guys are running away as soon as we blow up something nearby. Comes a little group here. We're just going to pick them off. And I'm taking this pretty slow right now, actually. There's a big cannon. Blow up that guy. That guy takes a few shots, actually, to kill him. These things tend to carry some ammo and some other things that are nice. Okay, so you see this little ammo depot just dropped here, a little ammo pouch. So I'm going to turn my guy around and head over to it. And then to pick it up, you have to press the R key. And then you can see in the top left, we were able to refill our ammo. And blow that guy up. This little blue stuff that kind of glows. Oh, we're getting under attack from way out here. That is actually one of the ammo depots. And those things, like I said, are kind of deadly. So it's a little bit harder to kill them. So we're going to kind of clear some other stuff that's around us first. And then we'll go after the ammo depot. The ammo depot, sorry. Alright, we're going to hide behind this wall. Blow up this guy. Grab some shields. So that little blue stuff I'm picking up is shields. You can kind of see our shield at the top next to our health. Ooh. Alright, there's a lot of stuff going on here. So we're going to stealth and kind of sneak away. I'm going to try and get closer. And I'm going to stomp on this guy to kind of open up the fight. And I'm going to keep shooting at him and blow him up. Okay, there we go. So you can see one of the two ammo depots has been destroyed now. And we're going to keep moving on, trying to find some other stuff to blow up. Okay, this little guy, he's not even an enemy, he's just a kind of a civilian, so we're just going to chase him down and squish him, because we can. And in this game, the fun thing is everything, you can blow up everything in this game. So we're going to blow up this silo, we're going to blow up some trees here. There's really, I mean, you can literally blow up everything. We're going to stomp stuff, there's some crops here, we're just going to walk through them, destroy them. We're going to sneak up on this guy with our camo. We're going to get behind him and unload on him. Easy enough. Pick up a bunch of shields and some more ammo, because we're running a little bit low on our main ammo up there. Okay. There's some, these are some bad guys here. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna blow them up. Alright. We're taking this a little bit slow right now. Just kind of showing you guys a little bit about what's going on. We're gonna start making this move a little bit faster. We're gonna start blowing up more stuff. And we're just gonna clear a path right through here. I don't even know exactly where we're going. But we're just gonna blow up everything along the way. Oh. This is one of the railguns. I should back up. So this is one of the missions. I'm going to blow this up. If you get too close to this, it does cause a big explosion like that, and it'll do a ton of damage to you. So you need to be careful what you're blowing up. See some stuff over here. We're going to kill that. Some things way out here. We're going to blow those guys up. Looks like I was overshooting them a little bit there. Grab some more ammo. We're running a little bit low on our main ammo, so I'm going to try and be a little more careful. We see the alarms set off, so things are going to start finding us pretty soon. Okay, here's another of the ammo depots. We're going to try to pick it off from a distance best we can. It looks like it's getting caught right there in the train grid. Okay, we blew it up. So now you can see we finished 2 of the 2 ammo depots. We're going to pick up some shields. You can actually lock the camera to your character if you want, pressing the left control key, which is kind of nice. It's an easy way to find your guy if you get confused or get mixed up with a big fight. I'm going to try and push through these walls. And we're going to come over to this thing. We can actually fill up our ammo at these depots here, so I'm fully filled up our main gun now. This little guy's shooting us, we're going to blow him up. And all these guys are going to kill. Okay, let's clear this out. And I'm just going to keep going, so even though we've pretty much cleared everything that we need to clear to complete the level, I'm going to go ahead and blow up a few more things. Although we're actually starting to get hurt pretty bad, so I need to be a little careful. Ooh, might be a good time for us to stealth out of here. Okay, here we go. I did some camo so we can kind of hide, get a better position, and blow up that guy, that guy. Good stuff. Alright. Oh. Alright, we got a bunch of shields now. You can actually get an overshield, kind of. Like, it's sort of like in Halo or other games. And you can see the little light blue bar up there is our overshield. It'll drain over time. But for the moment, it gives us some extra shielding. So you can see now the exit lights have lit up all over the screen. So anywhere in that direction, if you head that way, you'll find an exit. So we're going to head up here, because there should be an exit. This is actually a checkpoint, it looks like, which I don't know what exactly a checkpoint's going to do for us. But, yep, there we go. Okay, so we've exited out. And now that we've completed that mission, the Pembroke outpost site, we can actually open up some other missions now. So we're going to keep the same mech for now, and we're going to continue on a little bit further. We're going to do the Gasworks Turnpike. We're going to launch this. And these levels get progressively harder and a little more complex. So we have the same missions up top. You can see there's more enemies this time. It's actually 80 instead of about 65 we had last time, I think. And these pipes here, some of these things will blow up, so you have to be a little careful with what you're shooting at, depending on how close you are. Okay, we can see a lot of enemies coming up here. Take out that tank. And I don't know if I want to get in a fight right now with that thing. I guess we're going to, because we just got kind of caught up here. Okay, blew it up. Good, good. Alright, try and kill this thing. All the little guys are coming at us now. I'm going to blow up all those. You can see we're already taking a lot of damage, actually. We're going to back up a little bit more. Okay, we're going to stealth out. Sneak away. We're a little low on ammo, a little low on health. Our stealth's about to drop, unfortunately. So we're going to try to run away while we shoot these guys down. Okay. Gonna grab that shield there. Let's get this thing blown up. Okay, good, good. Alright. We need to grab some more shields. We're low on health, low on shields, a little low on ammo already. Let's kill some of these little guys that are coming at us. Just overshooting a little bit. There we go. Okay, got him. Some stuff's blowing up back here, isn't it? Maybe? Okay. Alright. What do we... Alright, we're gonna sneak over here and stealth mode up. Okay, we're gonna kill that. We're gonna try and blow that up. Before it kills us, we got some more shields. That's good for us. This little guy's pretty fast. Alright, good stuff. We're gonna back out of here. I think it's the gas station. You need to be careful blowing that up. Yep, I was gonna say, it looks like that's something that's gonna kill us if we walk into it while we kill it. Okay. So here's a railgun. Not a railgun, an orbital defense. We're gonna kill that. It's one of our 3 mission goals. Whoa. We're so gonna die here. Try to run away. I think it's a really bad spot for me to stand. Yep, okay, I had a bad feeling about that. Okay, so we blew up. So we're gonna try one more time. Let's see, let's change things a little bit. So we're gonna keep the mech. So we're gonna show you guys the mech still. But I'm gonna switch to, let's find the slowest rate of fire, the railgun. And what's the other slowest rate of fire? The howitzer. Okay, so we got the railgun and the howitzer. And we're gonna go ahead and keep the active camo for this. So we're gonna do Outer City again. And actually, so this is one thing. This game, you have to complete it all in one sitting. And that's the difficulty. And it's kind of a classic arcade game. If you die, things reset. And now you can see this Pembroke Outpost site is the only mission we have available to us in the outer region. So we're gonna back up actually. And we're gonna go ahead and keep our other settings. But we're gonna go to the inner city instead, just to show a different level. And we're gonna start with the loop. Okay, so now we've got 2 very slow guns, and you can see the arcs are very different on these. In fact, the range is like almost infinite. We can see our main cannon has a much higher arc, our main has a much more direct line, the blue line, and the red arc, the turret, is much higher arc. You see it's kind of a long distance bomb. So this is a really bad setup actually for weapons. It's really, really bad in fact, but we're gonna see what we can do with it. Because I'm really bad at aiming these things. Okay, blow that all up. And we have so little ammo that every shot we take, we need to aim as best as we can. So we're going to be doing a lot of stomping, I think, here. Okay, we stomp that guy down. And let's try to get... Oh, here's a little guy. We're going to stomp him. But yeah, we're definitely going to just walk through and squish people as best we can. Stomp whatever we need to. Blow that thing up. Alright, you can see these, one of my favorite things, you can see enemies, not enemies, but the civilians. If you kind of go stealth and just hang out, you can see all their flashlights turn off. But as we walk up, as soon as they see us, they start scattering and run. I don't know, to me, that's like a really satisfying kind of fun thing to notice. I didn't notice it for a while. I was playing this for a little bit, and all of a sudden I noticed they would all scatter the moment you pop up. I'm still going to squish them. Okay, this is just a checkpoint, so it's a dead end over there, nothing over there. Not a checkpoint, but that's actually an exit. So, oops, walking into walls. Okay. Looking in the distance, trying to find something to blow up. Like I said, these first levels tend to be a little bit easier. There's fewer enemies. Let's see if I can aim my howitzer. Alright, we're just going to stick to the railgun. It has really good range, or really good, easy to aim, should say. Alright, I'm going to stomp that guy that's coming up behind us. We're going to blow this thing up. Get some shields. Okay. start stomping tanks. The stomp is very, very nice. It makes it gives you just something to save yourself if you run out of ammo, for example. Otherwise, you really would have like nothing you could do if you run out of ammo. Okay, blow up that big thing. Is this guy gonna come around? Nope. Alright, here's a bunch of little guys. We're gonna go squish them all. And as you notice, as we're killing stuff, we actually are getting more and more money in the top right. You can see our money go up. And this money can be spent. Right now, I don't think it's implemented, but eventually it'll be used so you can buy new vehicles or new upgrades or other things like that. But at the moment, it's not implemented, I believe, on the early access, I should call it. It's basically like a technical alpha is pretty much what I'm playing right now. So, yeah. But to me, it feels more like a lot more complete than an early alpha. Like, it feels pretty good to me. I think the basic mechanics are there. Oh, we just blew up again. The basic mechanics are there. And basically all that needs to be fleshed out a little bit more, I think. If you look back here, we're going to go to the main screen. There's the settings you can see. They just added this recently. The settings, they all work. I was kind of messing around with them a bit, and everything looks good. I didn't have any problems with it, but I think they might add a little more to the settings and more options available. They have a little credits thing here. They have a tutorial. It's kind of bare bones, but it's very helpful. So if you play through the tutorial, you'll definitely get the controls down. And then I think they're going to add a little bit more selection of vehicles and other things. I don't know everything, but there's just going to be more, is what I get the feeling. And there's more, kind of, some polishing, too. So, I'm going to end the video soon, but let's try one more vehicle, something a lot different. We're going to go with the Spacer Anti-Grav Joust. And this is completely different vehicle. So it's much faster. It has a lot less melee damage when you do the stomp. And it's going to die a lot faster. I'm going to die so fast, this thing. So we're going to try, let's go with double machine gun. So machine gun is our primary and machine gun as our secondary. I think it's kind of fun. For the special, I don't know. So I like the smoke projector, maybe. Let's give that a try. Basically, the smoke projector will help limit kind of vision to us. And we're going to go back to the outer city, and we're going to launch the Pembroke outpost site again. Okay, so here's our joust, our anti-grav. You can see it's a little bit faster. And it actually moves just left and right, it's strafes. So left and right, A and D, instead of rotating. So kind of nice. And we actually turn our whole system whenever we aim. So like we spin around our turret, it actually changes our orientation completely. So it's a lot different than the mech. But you can see how it's kind of a joust thing, because we basically are, I'm going to blow this up. Oh, I'm going to get a little bit farther away. Okay, blow that up. But yeah, so the name's the Joust, and you kind of get the feeling why it's a joust, because you're sort of dancing around things, and it's pretty fun. It's a lot different. We're going to stomp those guys. It means, though, if you notice, we have a lot less health, and this is why this is the difficulty of the game is not based on anything except for what vehicles you're picking, and I think the levels are definitely some variability in difficulty of each stage. But yeah, this Joust is going to die so much faster than the mech. You really can't fight things head-on with it, so it's a lot different. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to let you guys kind of listen to the music for a bit. I'm going to quiet down, not talk for a bit, and the music's great, so I want you guys to hear it. So make sure you turn up your music a little bit, and go ahead and listen. Okay, so definitely the Joust has such a low health. You can see it's got 175 shields and 75 health, compared to our mech. It has 550 health and 150 shields, so it's completely different. Anyway, So that's all I have today, just kind of a shorter video. Just want to show you guys the basics of the game. It's super fun. I'm really looking forward to the official early access release, and then as the game develops further and eventually hits a full release, I think this is going to be a great game. I think it's going to be very popular. Anyway, so I'll have some more videos up. I want to talk a little bit more about some of the different weapons and some of the different vehicles. I'm probably going to make a video to go through a lot more of the vehicles and some of the specials and secondary and primary weapons. And I'm going to probably get a little bit better at the game, hopefully, so I can progress a little bit farther throughout each stage. But anyway, it's super fun. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll answer them as best I can. And there's a lot of interesting things coming up for it, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.